Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Beckerin, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck with
Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started with the No Half Step in hockey coverage, first, let me tell you about our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you're good and educated about that show, you can click on that merchandise tab, take you straight to our classic logo tee, and all the gimmicks you come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Socks, throw pillows, wall arts, bed sets. Makes no difference to us. After all, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent and unaffiliated hockey operation known as the Renegades of Puck, so here's how you can jump in the trenches. Please find us on Instagram or Threads or maybe even Facebook. We're active on all those social media platforms, and we sure could use a little bit of support over there. It goes a long way. It doesn't cost you a single thing, and it also doesn't take you but a second. So please, if you can, help us out. YouTube is another place where I'll say please. I think that's 3, maybe 4 already. I'm begging here. Please check out YouTube right there and subscribe to our channel. Turn on those notifications and help us out as we are posting new content all the time over there on our YouTube page. You can also support the show financially if you should choose to. You can scan the QR code that is over there on our virtual tip jar. I think there's another one over there now as well to make it even easier for you to donate, or you can just go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck. Every dollar right now goes towards helping us build our brand new set, which as soon as temperatures warm back up, we are going to get back to construction and hopefully be able to start revealing those pictures to you coming up here in the month of March. So again, stick taps, love, and respect to everybody who has helped support the Renegades of Puck. We sure do appreciate that. Now, so I know it's time for the No Half Step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It's time for operation number 970. That's right. Time for show number 970. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 58 games skated. They have a record of 21-30-7. 49 points on the season has them, well, in no man's land, all alone in the darkness there in the bottom of the Central Division. On the road, which is where the Predators' next couple of games will take place, they have a record of 6-18-4. They've scored 149 goals on the season. They've given up 190 against. It's a goal differential of -41. Quick update on the Central Division before we talk about the Islanders game, which will be the first of 2 over the weekend in the state of New York. Central Division update sees the Winnipeg Jets still in first place and comfortably with 87 points, but they did not pick up 2 points against the Nashville Predators. The Dallas Stars are in second place with 76 points, and the Minnesota Wild in third place with 72 points. The Colorado Avalanche lurking just behind at 70 points and very active in the wild card race. St. Louis is at 62 in fifth place. Utah Hockey Club 61 points in sixth place. And then you'll find the Predators in seventh with 49 points and Chicago Blackhawks in eighth with 41 points. The Predators, I mentioned, this is the beginning of a back-to-back. So first, Long Island against the Islanders. That's the game we're previewing right now. That's a very early game on Saturday, so make sure you take a note of that start time. Sunday, the Preds will be in New York to take on the Rangers at Madison Square Garden. And then Tuesday night in Boston, Boston to take on the Bruins. Thursday, back home to take on Seattle. On the 8th of March, the Chicago Blackhawks come to Nashville. And then on the 11th of March, the Predators off to the West Coast to face off against San Jose. Improbable but true. It's the Predators' first meeting of the season between them and the Islanders. They'll only have two. They won't meet again until April the 8th. It's highly unusual to be at the beginning of March and have the teams just now playing for the first time this season. The New York Islanders over in the Eastern Conference currently have a record of 26-25-7, 59 points, has them 7th overall in the Metropolitan Division. On home ice, they are 13-13-2. They've scored 158 goals on the season. They've given up 172 goals against. In their most recent stretch of 5 completed games, back on the 7th of February, was a 4-3 loss at the Winnipeg Jets. On the 8th, it was a 6-3 loss at the Minnesota Wild, and then the Four Nations tournament break, coming back and resuming the schedule on the 23rd of February, saw a 4-3 loss at Dallas, and the 25th of February saw a 5-1 loss versus the New York Rangers. But the most recent game for the Islanders on the 27th was a 2-1 win at the Boston Bruins. Sorokin got the victory, 38 out of 39 to pick up that victory, a heavy workload in that game. Talking about the NHL rankings and the matchup here, goals for comparable. The Nashville Predators at 2.55 is 31st in the NHL, but the Islanders are only at 2.69. That is 27th in the NHL. When it comes to goals against, though, a big difference right here. 2.95 for the Islanders is 16th best in the NHL, while 3.28 for the Nashville Predators is 26th in the league. In the shots on goal category, the Predators 29.6, impressive at 8th overall in the NHL, while the Islanders generating 28.9 shots on goal per game is 12th in the league. The Islanders also giving up 28.5 shots against. That's 16th in the league. Preds giving up 29.4. That is 26th. When it comes to the power play, the Predators ahead in actual both of the special teams metrics. 20.6% power play conversion rate is 20th in the NHL. 34 conversions, 165 opportunities for Nashville. The Islanders power play, 11.1%. That's 32nd overall in the NHL, which is last. 15 conversions is an extremely low number for this point in the season out of 135 opportunities. That's also quite a low number. The Islanders not only not scoring power plays, but not drawing enough power plays. On the penalty kill, the Predators' 80.9% kill rate is 10th best in the league. 33 power play goals against. For the Islanders, 71% kill rate is 30th in the league. They have given up 36 power play goals against on the season. When it comes to individual statistics and scoring leaders for each of these teams, a little bit of movement on the Predators side of things as Philip Forsberg now has 22 goals to lead the team, plus 32 assists for 54 total points on the season. Jonathan Marchessault at 18 goals and 27 assists for 45 points. The captain, Roman Josi, status unknown at this point for this next game. 9 goals, 29 assists for 38 points. O'Reilly, 14 and 21 for 35. And Steven Stamkos still at 17 and 16 for 33. Over on the Islanders side of the ledger, Lee is at 23 goals to pace the New York Islanders, plus 18 assists for 41 points. Horvat's at 19 goals, 22 assists, also 41 points, tied with Lee for the overall scoring lead on the Islanders. Palmieri's 18 and 21 for 39. Nelson, 17 goals, 21 assists for 38. And Holmstrom, 14 and 16 for 30. Anticipated goaltending matchup sees UC Saros with a record of 13, 24 and 6 at 2.88 goals against, averaging a .901 save percentage and 4 shutouts, taking on Ilya Sorokin, 21, 18 and 4, 2.76 goals against, .905 save percentage, 3 shutouts on the season. So Sorokin, really good numbers for a team that is only technically one game over 500 and in 7th place, just like the Nashville Predators. But the goaltending numbers could not be more starkly different between these two teams. So that's going to do it for the preview. Nashville Predators on the road again, where they have struggled all season long. They'll face off against the Islanders. Then they'll go to Madison Square and take on the Rangers, and then to Boston. This is a tough 3-game road trip. You're all set for part 1. Now, let's go back and talk about the Preds' last game on that homestand. It was against the Winnipeg Jets, division rival on an epic winning streak, putting up historical numbers with the best goaltender in hockey, but they're on the second night of a back-to-back. We'll take you there after this.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back February 27th of the year 2025 with the Nashville Predators closing out the regular season series against division rival, the Winnipeg Jets. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive pairings in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Marchessault, Stamkos, and Sissons, Novak, Svechkov, Evangelista, Bellows, McCarron, and Smith. The captain, Roman Josi, out for this game, so Shea and Blankenberg, your top pairing. Del Gaizo back up from Milwaukee, paired with Shen, and Englund and Barron will make up your third pair, with UC Saros getting the start in net. It takes until 3:10 of the first period where we find our first activity, and it's Ehlers hitting the post. It takes until 3:42 of the first period to get our first shot on goal. That's where Comrie makes a save on Sissons at the 4:02 mark of the first period. Now Saros comes up with a save on Velarde. Just an incredible first save of the game. 4:26 now of the first period. It's Philip Forsberg with his 22nd goal of the season, breaking through for the Nashville Predators. O'Reilly's clean face-off win to Nyquist with the handoff, and Forsberg with that sick wrist shot puts the puck in, his team leading 22nd. Preds up by 1 early in this game. 6:55 now of the first period. It's Philip Forsberg again with the activity, but this time he's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Morrissey would catch the iron during this power play, but overall the Preds penalty kill would be quite solid. 9:40 now of the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on Appleton. 10:36 of the first. It's Comrie with a save on Del Gaizo. 11:05 now of the first period. It's Pionk with his 9th goal of the season, getting Winnipeg on the board to tie this game up at 1 apiece. It was a long shot that was influenced by Svechkov reaching out to try to block the shot. He ends up causing some mayhem. Winnipeg on the board. 12:30 of the first period. Now Comrie comes up with a save on O'Reilly. 13:58 mark of the first period. I follow off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Comrie, a save on O'Reilly, and then Tommy Novak cashes in on the power play with his 12th goal of the season. Barron slides the puck across the slot to a waiting Tommy Novak, who finishes with authority right here to give the Predators a 2-1 lead. 17:10 of the first period. Saros comes up with a save on Morrissey. The 19:35 mark of the first period. Saros comes up with a save on Pionk. And at the end of the first period, the Predators are leading the Winnipeg Jets by a score of 2-1 and out shooting Winnipeg 14-6. Something tells me, though, that the Jets are going to wake up here. 2:24 now into the second period, and it's Comrie coming up with a save on Luke Evangelista at the 2:34 mark of the second period. It's Comrie coming with a save on Novak, the follow-up by Svechkov. So the Predators off to an early start here in the second period, but now UC Saros is about to dial in for some heavy lifting. 3:36 of the second period. Saros, a save on Appleton. 5:44 now the second. Saros comes up with a save on Nick Ehlers. The 6:41 mark sees another save, this time on Stanley. We go to 8:09 now, and Saros is coming up with a save on Connor at 10:17, a save on Pionk. So 7 straight minutes of shots on goal and pressure by the Winnipeg Jets, circumvented by them taking a penalty. 11:05 of the second. Stanley off the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking, but the Predators would merely see 2 minutes come off the clock without pressure from the Jets because they wouldn't generate a single shot on goal. Winnipeg strong on the PK. 14:17 out of the second period. Saros comes with a save on Morrissey at the 15:11 mark of the second. Sissons off the box. 2 minutes for interference, but Blankenberg also off to the box just seconds later. 2 minutes for puck over the glass. This creates a 5-on-3 scenario for 1 minute and 54 seconds. The Winnipeg Jets are dominant in possession and zone time, and Saros comes up with a save on Connor, then comes up with a save on Morrissey, and the Predators are able to survive. Clearly, the most pivotal moment in this game to this point is the Predators' penalty kill, surviving 154 of being shorthanded by 2. 19:02 now of the second. Forsberg is off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Saros comes up with a save on Ehlers. We hit the intermission with the Predators having 20 shots on goal. The Winnipeg Jets also having 20 shots on goal. So Winnipeg adds 14 shots on net in the second. UC Saros turns them all aside. We hit the third period. We have a carryover on the power play for the Jets of 1 minute and 2 seconds. Preds PK is strong on this effort right here as they do not give up a single shot on goal to begin the period. Now we go to the backside of the sheet. We find ourselves at 4:13 of the third period where Comrie is coming up with a save on Shen. 5:09 of the third. Comrie coming up with the save on Nyquist. So the Predators at least pushing back. Second period did not see a lot of offensive zone time for the Predators. Third period, at least they're killing some time off the clock down in the Jets' end. 5:58 of the third. Pionk's off the box. 2 minutes for interference. Comrie would stop Shea not once but twice over the course of this power play, and that would be all the Nashville Predators would be able to generate, but at least a couple of shots on net and some zone time on this one. We go to the 9:19 mark of the third period. Find UC Saros coming with a save on Connor, 13:15 of the third. Comrie, a save on Tommy Novak, 15:33 of the third period. Saros, a save on Connor, and the Predators managed to keep things rather quiet over the final minutes of the game. 19:08 of the third period. Saros comes up with one last save on Ehlers, and the Nashville Predators close this one out, defeating the first place and division rival Winnipeg Jets by a score of 2-1. The Predators also outshoot Winnipeg 30-24. So the Predators win 2 games at Bridgestone Arena against the Jets this season. Each of those games coming on the second night of back-to-backs for the Winnipeg Jets, but the Nashville Predators get it done. Now 21 wins on the season after that one. 2 of them coming against one of the best clubs in the entire league. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We've got so much more on this game. Analysis, box score, and more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in Renegades of Puck podcast. UC Saros gets the start, gets the tough task of taking on the top team in the Central Division, and goes 23 out of 24. Light first period, only 6 shots against, but did give up a goal against. Of course, that was influenced by his own player reaching out with the glove, but an incredibly heavy second period, about 8 minutes straight, where Saros seemed to be the only player for the Predators that touched the puck. 14 out of 14 in the second period, almost equal to the same task in the third period, 10 out of 10, but the Predators a much better job overall team-wise in the third period of closing out the Winnipeg Jets. Also, some of that fatigue factor starting to kick in the third period for the Winnipeg Jets. It doesn't matter how it happened, it just matters that the Predators picked up a victory, and a good one against a good team. So Saros, 23 out of 24 overall, got better as the game went along. Extremely good there for that stretch of the second period. Philip Forsberg picks up a goal in this game, his 22nd of the season. That leads. The team also had 3 shots on goal, and he got a hold of a clean lane, takes a wrist shot, and Comrie never had a chance on that one. Nyquist knew exactly what he was doing after the O'Reilly clean face-off win, handed it off, and Forsberg goes ahead and cashes in right there. So Philip Forsberg's team-leading 22nd goal of the season, also his 54th point of the season to lead the Preds. Tommy Novak picks up a goal, a power play goal for the Nashville Predators. Turns out to be the game-winning goal. It came early on in this one. Did not expect the game-winning goal to be the second goal of the game, nor to come in the first period. Tommy Novak, though, cashes in. Barron slides that puck over to him, and he cashes in. Not going to miss from that range. 3 shots on goal, and he puts that puck in with authority. So good job by the Nashville Predators on that power play. O'Reilly picks up an assist and had one of the more impressive stat lines overall of the game and was noticeable and everywhere in this game. Not only an assist, but 5 shots on goal, 19:58 in total time on ice. Also 2:44 on the power play, 2:04 on the penalty kill, and 3 blocked shots added to that as well. Ryan O'Reilly out there doing everything he can. Big-time player in big-time games, and the Nashville Predators just unfortunately aren't involved in enough games like that, but that game fit Ryan O'Reilly's skill set and personality just perfectly out there. Nyquist also picks up an assist. It was a smart move to hand the puck off to Phil Forsberg and let him do the work and shoot it. 21:32 in total time on ice, ends up leading the Nashville Predators in forwards and was second overall on the team in total time on ice. Nyquist looking good out there. 2 shots on goal as well. 4:28 in power play time, and he does pick up an assist. Mark Del Gazzo back from Milwaukee, filling in on the blue line with Captain Roman Josi out of the lineup and Willsby out of the lineup and Luzon out of the lineup. It's looking tough out there on the blue line, but Del Gazzo gets another opportunity. He delivers 5 hits in this game. Good, physical, noticeable, gets a couple shots on goal, and 18:06 in total time on ice. Would love to see him continue to get opportunities and maybe over a couple of the players that have gotten those opportunities in recent stretches for the Predators. I think Del Gazzo is a very talented prospect, and it would be nice to see him get that opportunity to earn his place on the squad maybe for next season as we head down the final 20 games here of this season. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital Solutions. Let's buzz through the box score, and let's get you all set up for this Nashville Predators matinee affair out on Long Island. It's the Renegades of Puck podcast, and we're coming back next.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in. Let's get through the good cold hard numbers known as the box score. Phil Forsberg and Tommy Novak are your goal scorers for the Nashville Predators. Luke Evangelista picks up an assist. Gus Nyquist, Ryan O'Reilly, and Justin Barron also pick up assists in this game. When it comes to shots on goal, 5 for Ryan O'Reilly paces the Nashville Predators. Then a couple of players with 3. Let's give them all shout-outs because one of them is Kiefer Bellows. Good to see Bellows taking advantage of his brief opportunity. Only 10:04 of ice time, but still 3 shots on goal. Phil Forsberg with 3 shots on goal. Novak with 3, and also Luke Schenn with 3 shots on goal. When it comes to block shots, Ryan O'Reilly had 3 to pace the Nashville Predators. Tommy Novak chips in with 2, Englund with 2, and Shea also with 2. And the physical component of things, 5 was the lead by Del Gazzo. 3, the magic number again in this category. Luke Schenn and Englund add 3 hits out of the defensive side of things, and 3 forwards add 3 hits as well. Steven Stamkos, Michael McCarron, and Kiefer Bellows. Well, Steven Stamkos made an appearance in the box score at least. When it comes to your time on ice leaders, I mentioned it earlier, Gus Nyquist, incredible 21:32 of total time on ice, played in all scenarios just like Ryan O'Reilly. 19:58 for O'Reilly, 19:40 for Philip Forsberg. When it comes to the defensive side of things, Brady Shea led the way with the Captain Roman Josi being out of the lineup, 23:40 in total time on ice. Blankenberg at 20:04. When it comes to your special teams, power play went 1 for 3 for the Predators. Tommy Novak picks up the goal. Your time on ice leaders, 4:36 for Marchessault, 4:28 for Nyquist, 4:23 for Stamkos, 4:04 for Phil Forsberg, and 2:39 for Shea. Obviously, with the captain Roman Josi out of the lineup, the Predators relying more on the forward alignment out there to help with the power play. The penalty kill, 4 for 4, perfect in this game. Your penalty Penalty kill time on ice leaders are as follows: 255 for Michael McCarron, 218 for Colton Sissons. Down on the defense, 258 for Blankenberg, 229 for Luke Shen. Your goaltender in this game, UC Saros, 23 out of 24, 1 goal against, a 9.58 in-game save percentage, 18 even strength saves, 4 power play saves, 1 shorthanded save, and Saros an incredible job on the workload in the second period, and a good, steady, professional job there in the third period to close out one of the better teams in the NHL. Other numbers falling out of the box score mentioned: the power play was 1 for 3, the PK was 4 for 4, so the Predators win the special teams battle in this game. That is obviously critically important in a one-goal hockey game. Face-off winning percentage, 47.8. Would like to see that tick back up, but the Predators did come away with the win. 26 hits is a nice number. 17 block shots, that bumped back up from the last couple of efforts. 3 takeaways, 14 giveaways in this game. So, for the Nashville Predators, they're able to win 2 of the 4 games against the Winnipeg Jets this season. 2 teams going in completely opposite directions. The Winnipeg Jets have a comfortable lead on the Central Division and looks like they will win the Central Division and have the Vezina Trophy-winning goaltender, and who knows what else they'll accomplish. While the Predators, are looking ahead at what the first round is potentially going to shape up for with them and how things are going to work as we head towards the trade deadline and whether the Predators will be sellers. So, for 2 teams going in completely opposite directions, the Predators managed to take advantage of this great opportunity. They caught the Winnipeg Jets twice this season on the second night of back-to-backs, and the Winnipeg Jets had to come to Bridgestone Arena on the second night of those back-to-backs each time. So the Predators win both of those games, and it's 2 of their better victories of the season. The first win over the Winnipeg Jets, maybe the signature win of the entire season. This one, though, comes at a good time. The Predators managed to split the homestand 2-2. The first game, the last game, looked all right, played good, blocked a lot of shots, defense first, team effort all the way across the board. Those middle 2 games are clearly an indicator that the Predators are not fully committed to that style as they were wiped out of their own rink 2 games in a row. But the Preds come away with 4 points against the Winnipeg Jets this season, and the Winnipeg Jets have only lost 15 games on the entire year. So the Predators take 2 of those losses to Winnipeg. So that's going to do it for this episode, and the Nashville Predators now will have a back-to-back in the state of New York, out on the island, and then in the city at the Garden, and we'll be breaking it all down. Also, Spartan Cincinnati Cyclones. Game 1 did not go the way of the Spartan Cyclones, picking up the 1-0 victory at Fort Eisner in Clarksville. Game 2 coming up here in just a couple of hours. Game 3, if necessary, would be Saturday night at 9 o'clock, so with the Predators game being early on Saturday, no excuse not to come join us at the Fort Eisner in Clarksville. If Game 3 is necessary, your Spartans will be needing you out there to cheer them on against the Cincinnati Cyclones in round 1 of the USPHL Great Lakes bracket of the playoffs. That's going to do it for Operation Number 970. Sure to appreciate your viewership, appreciate your time, and most importantly, appreciate each and every one of you. I'm your host and Captain Crazy Charlie Saunier. Stick taps, love, and respect.